Hey, this is Sky. Welcome to my YouTube channel. It's bright and early, daily discipline, mind, body, and soul. This is how we get through Wednesday, hump day. Hope you guys are having a productive week. Let's talk about creativity. I promote a mind, body, and soul program. I talk a lot about mind and probably not nearly enough body, but let's talk a little bit about soul. And when I talk about soul, I do suggest people to get into spirituality, but we're not going to talk about spirituality today. We're not going to talk about religion. But yes, we're going to talk about how to cultivate your soul. And we're not talking about religion. There's more ways to do this. One of the great ways that people cultivate their soul, that they work on their soul, is to be creative. Have a creative outlet. Find a creative outlet. Paint, draw, write, do sculpture. There's a whole bunch of ways that you can be creative. You can brainstorm, write a list, Google it. There's all kinds of artsy ways to be creative. Find a way to express your inner creativity, the real you, to just let it out. When a painter paints, it's a true expression of who they are and what's going on inside their mind, at least at the moment. The same thing for writers, musicians. Learn to play an instrument. Musicians can express their emotions, their anger, their rage, their frustration, their peace, their love. They can express all kinds of emotions. Who they really are comes out in their music. This is important, to have a creative outlet and to have that form of release. We can feel like a vessel that gets full, especially by the end of the week when you've gone through all your bullshit, all the stuff in your life, and you can just feel full. This is why people desperately need vacations. And all they want to do is just go somewhere and sit on the beach and do nothing and just zone out. And in your mind, you might think that that's a way to recuperate, to refuel. But the best way to refuel your soul, let me put it the other way, it's not the best way, because that's more judgmental. A lot of people have different ways that they feel is the best way. A great way to cultivate your soul and to release all that pent-up negativity that you store inside of you, that you overflow with by the end of the week, maybe by the end of the day, is to have this creative outlet. And you can schedule it in every day, even if it's only for 20 minutes. Hey, let me go in the garage and just put a couple more strokes on that painting, or go sit in my music room and bang out another couple riffs on this guitar solo that I've been trying to work on, or whatever that you get into. I write books. And I have to write. Writing is important to me. I try to write every day, but I don't always. But I notice that when I do write, I feel so much better. I feel lighter, more released. All that negativity that I've had stored up in me, I could be having a dirty, rotten day and just thoughts swirling around my head, negative thoughts swirling around my head. I go and write, and after about a half hour or an hour or maybe 2 hours, depending on the session, I feel physically different, mentally different. It helps to keep me on track. If I go too long during my week or my month without my creative outlet, and I just keep putting it off and don't do it and just don't do it, and just keep putting it off, I feel myself slipping backwards with my mental health. If you're plagued with violent thoughts, some people are, some people aren't. Some people can't relate, you don't understand. I literally, and I'll be honest with you, I literally think about murder all day long. I think about killing people 24 hours a day, and I dream about it. I dream about murders. I'm consumed with it. But I've witnessed more than 20 murders. And I can get annoyed with people real quick. And I can plot your murder, plot your death 1,000 times in about 5 seconds. And I can go for hours and hours and hours and hours on end and have to catch myself, slap myself out of it and realize, wow, I've been dwelling on death and violence all day, all week, all month, for years. You can't relate. A lot of you can't relate. So what do I do with that energy, that evil that lives in me? What do I do with it? I create. I write. I write books about the mafia. I write books about killing. I've just read three novels in a series about a mafia hitman. It's therapy. Creativity is therapy. When you start playing music, and you're not doing it for the crowd, you're not doing it for the women or the money, you're just doing it as a creative release. When you start doing that, you have to do it. You have to do it to live. I write to live. So find yourself a creative outlet. Brainstorm on it. Write yourself a list of possible creative outlets. Maybe you already have one in your head that you have been interested in. Do that. Do that today. Go to the art store and buy yourself a paint set or whatever you need. Go to the guitar store and go buy yourself a cheap guitar. You go to the pawn shop and get one. Find yourself a creative outlet. It'll save your life. It'll be one of the best things you ever did. It'll stay with you forever. And who knows? You never know. It could be your ticket. There's a lot of artists and creators and entertainers out there, and they're not doing it for you. They're just doing it for them, and you're riding on their coattails. They don't care if you watch or listen or not. And so these are some of the most famous people that you may idolize, and they're not doing it for you. They're doing it for them. Find a creative outlet. Cultivate your soul. This helps you grow. The real you helps you connect with that real you. It's food for thought.